Thanks for joining us again for another edition of Weekend Winners. We go back to the Creek on Saturday night, Albion Park hosting a 10-race program, and you can tell the carnival is just weeks away because Team McCarthy roll into town on Saturday night. Some of their big stars stepping out. Expensive Ego can't find a better man, but the locals are going to prove very hard to beat. So there's a lot to look forward to, and I'm going to talk with two of the best. Nathan Dawson and Shane Graham. They're going to jump in the hot seat. Both have got really busy books on Saturday night, so they're going to play key roles. I'm keen to hear what they've got to say, and they're just around the corner. Nathan Dawson, as per normal, a busy man on a Saturday night. He's engaged in all 10 races on Saturday night, so he's in the hot seat and he's ready to go through them one by one. Nathan, appreciate the time.
No, good to be on, Chris.
Bonnie Prince Louis in this first race. He's third up. Is it D-Day in many ways on Saturday night?
Yeah, last week, I thought he probably should have got the money. He loomed up but couldn't put him away, so we're going to just tinker with his gear a little bit this week, and hopefully we get a sharp performance.
Okay. Initial thoughts at the start here. Drawn out in 6, but he is a gate speed horse. How do you sort of read it early?
Yeah, it's going to be a bit tricky from out there, but if we go back, we're not going to be much hope, so we'll go forward and hope for the best.
All right, 2,138 metres. Any real concerns there?
No, not really. He's a pretty strong horse, so if we can get a good spot there, or even dictate the race, he's going to be in the finish.
If he was able to win and do it impressively, do you think that would entice connections to throw in a nom for next week's Patrons Purse?
They might aim for it, but at the moment it's probably a little bit out of reach for him. He's just below form at the moment, so if he can happen to do something special, they might think about it.
Okay. Race number 2, you're driving number 2, Glenletty Boy. Now, he's going well, but he meets a strong field here. Alta Revelry, a last start winner. Send It's first up. Musclebart comes to town. Miss Mucho's in good form. How do you rate his chances?
Yeah, he's really good last week. He come from back in the field and run home good, so if we can get a nice spot there, off a strong tempo, he'll be running on somewhere.
Surely you get a strong tempo.
You'd assume so. It looks like there's going to be a hot tempo, so if we can just get that nice spot without doing any work, he's probably in the good top 3.
All right, so he's ready to win. He just needs that little bit of luck.
Yeah, he is. He's going well, but you just need that luck.
All right, race 3. You might need some luck here because you're drawn out in gate 7 with Mac Daddy. How do you sort of rate his chances from this draw?
Yeah, the draw hurts. He's probably, good enough in that field to do something, but, he's not really the horse to make his own luck. So, just going to hope for some luck, and, if things go our way, maybe thereabouts.
Okay, it does look a little easier than what he's been meeting in recent times, but the draw certainly stings. Now, I'm really keen to get your thoughts here on the mare, Uptown Beach Girl. She's back in action, a couple of weeks between runs. She's aiming towards the Patrons Purse, and she's in the free-for-all. So this is going to be an interesting take on how she sits right now.
Yeah, it will, I'm sure she'll stack up to these. It's not our main aim coming up, so we're not going to give her a gutbuster and kill her, but if she can finish with these, it'll put us in good stead for coming up to the mares races. Okay,
ideal scenario here. Could you end up 1-1 on the back of Black Sedans? Is that pie in the sky stuff, or is that an ideal situation?
Ideal will be out in front with a half and 2, but we'll take 1-1 on Black Sedans. We'll get a good trip from there.
All right, small field, but with Black Sedans in this race, you're almost guaranteed that pressure because he likes to force the action when he starts. So if she is in that spot, she could easily peel off and do something.
Yeah, I got no doubt she'll follow good speed all day. She's proved she can run good time and doing that herself. So I reckon on the helmet, it's not going to worry her at all. Okay,
Donnie Smith was weighing up the options, trial or a race. She'd get a lot more benefit from this race on Saturday night than a trial.
Yeah, that's right. And she stacks up to these and runs a good race. You're going to be heading into the mares races pretty confident.
Okay, so we're not losing faith. We're rock solid with Uptown Beach Girl. She can fly the flag for Queensland.
Definitely.
All right. Race 5, your old mate Regulus here. He's got to overcome gate 10. He's a last start winner, so his confidence is high. How do you rate his chances?
Yeah, he's going good. He found his way around last week, with Ben Battle on, got up for them, but he's going well, and he's going to need a bit of luck, but that's the main thing with him.
Are you looking to put him on the pegs, or are you just going to drive for luck and see how it plays out?
No real thing yet. I'll just see the way the race is playing out, but I do reckon he's a lot better horse on the pegs.
Okay. Race 6 again for Ben Battle here. Call Me Keith. He looks like he's well in here. He's going well. His last start effort was good. So is this a winnable race for him?
Yeah, it is. Barrier's not ideal for us again here, but he's going well, and if he gets that bit of luck and a nice trip somewhere, he'll definitely be finishing off.
Are you concerned with the speed to your inside?
Yeah, there's a little bit there. We're a good gate speed horse, but I don't want to be doing too much and not finding a spot.
Okay, Yaram and Bella, is she the class runner in this field? Is she the one you're most concerned about?
Yeah, she proved herself last week. So she's probably the one that's going to take the most beating.
Okay. Race number 7, Our Modern Mini, again for Donnie Smith. You're the man to get this mare firing. She's been a little up and down of late. Is this a race that she can sort of regain some form in?
I'd like to think so. When she's on, she's on. Her last couple, probably been a little bit below par, but if she can get the right foot going again, she's definitely in this race.
Okay, what do you do at the start? Are you going forward or are you grabbing up straight away?
We'll just float forward and try and find a spot, and if that doesn't work out, we'll probably just have to go back.
Is Racy Roxy the mare to beat from the inside draw?
Yeah, I think she is. She's a nice mare and she's got the draw as well.
Okay. Another mare's race is race number 8. Another poor draw for you here on Saturday night. Betty's Lash. She's got gate 7. Can she overcome this draw?
It's going to be tough from out there for her. She's going well off bad draws, but, she's really probably wants to draw, 1, 2 or 8 and 9 for her to be featuring in this.
It's quite a deep race, this one too, isn't there?
Yeah, it is. It's a handy race. She would have to get a good draw to be playing a part in this.
Okay, well that's Betty's Lass in race 8. What about race 9? This is the discretionary open, and you're driving Warfare. He's thereabouts, no question, but this is going to be a good assignment for him.
Yeah, he's flying before he had a little layoff, and then he was first up last week with off cover, so it's a bit tough for him, but hopefully he finds his form again this week.
Okay, is Tim's a trooper the horse to beat, given that he's drawn the front row and it's only 2,138 metres?
Yeah, if he gets away well, like last week he was super against Leap to Fame, so if he gets away well, he's definitely going to be in the money.
Okay, Expensive Ego, interesting runner in this field as well. He's obviously aiming up to for all of our features, but he could make things interesting.
Yeah, he's a class horse, and he doesn't even have to be fully right to be, contesting this type of race. So he's probably one of the main dangers as well.
All right, and the last is the trot. Now, is this the moment for Adele to prove that she is the #1 trotter in the state on Saturday night, if she can overcome this gate?
Yeah, it's probably the toughest assignment yet. She keeps doing things right and getting the money. So if she overcomes the gate from here, I think she's really going to stamp her foot.
This is a good field, though. There's plenty of trotters in form here.
Yeah, it is. It's a handy field. It's just a shame that she has to be OD for her to, her manners. But she's a good mare, and everything we've asked of her, she's always come up and delivered.
She looks really confident at the moment, and when she's in full flight, she's a big, powerful mare. Is that how she feels?
Yeah, she's probably one of the best trotting mares that I've sat behind. Once she's going, she's very fluent, and she takes you where she wants.
That last start performance we just watched there, was that her best victory for you guys?
Yeah, I think so. I was pretty happy. I was really looking to try and get in front of Call Me Trouble at the start when it missed away that little bit, but to her credit, she was still too good for him, and she finished off strong.
Okay, well, that's a good challenge for her on Saturday night, looking to overcome gate number 7. Which drive are you most looking forward to on Saturday night?
I'm pretty, interested to see how Uptown Beach Girl stacks up against these good horses, and probably the best winning chance is probably Adele in the last.
Okay, so we'll go with the class mares there. Race 4, number 4, Uptown Beach Girl. Race 10, number 7, Adele. Nathan, as always, appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
Thanks, Chris.
Shane Graham jumps in the hot seat to go through his book of drives, and he's a busy man on Saturday night. 8 drives. Shane, appreciate the time.
No worries, Chris.
Race 1, you would have had the choice here between Hit the Road Jack and Rock Bottom. You've opted for Hit the Road Jack. What's the reasoning behind that?
No, not really. It's not. I don't think any is a better drive or nothing. Probably just jumped out of his gear last start and probably just make up for that. And see what we can do this week.
Okay, so where's he at right now, Hit the Road Jack? He was previously with the Dixons. He's now found his way to your stable. He's had 3 runs back. Where's he at?
Yeah, look, he's probably just on a tough mark, you know. I was real happy with him second up. He went good with nowhere to go, and I thought he'd run a good race last week, but probably just pushed him a little bit too much at the start. But yeah, look, if he can find the right race, he'll. I think he can win, but probably Saturday night doesn't look that race.
Okay, can he trot? Because his half sister's a really good trotter in New Zealand.
Well, maybe that might be the next thing we try at him.
Okay, and just on rock bottom, always puts in. He's got to overcome a second row draw, but he shouldn't be too far away with some luck.
No, that's it. You know, he's yeah, numerically he's probably doesn't read that good, but you know, with the right trip, he'll be always thereabouts.
Okay, it's a very open race, that first race to start the card. Probably Bonnie Prince Louis, Sarah Ann off her effort last week, but they've got awkward draws, but there's a number of chances there.
Yeah, that's right. You know, they're always tough races, and that's probably why it's the first one. It's on paper a nice even field.
All right, well, let's go to race 2. Send It. He's first up for you here on Saturday night. Good quality horse. What are the expectations here?
Yeah, look, not too sure. Probably, I don't know how much gate speed he does have. It's hard to line up the Sydney gate speed to our gate speed, but you know, I do think he's probably better off over the longer journey. So I think it's a mile Saturday night. It's probably not in his favour, but look, whatever he does, he should improve on. Okay,
he's a 10 times winner. He's got a PB of 50.6 at Menangle, but you think he will be better over a longer trip?
Yeah, I think so. You know, he just sort of, I think he needs to get into his rhythm a bit, but you know, sometimes the bustle of the mile's a bit short for him, but yeah, he should still go well.
All right, so therefore that draw potentially could be a little sticky. From gate 3, you can't just sit there, can you? You've got to sort of make your decision and go for it. You're either going forward or you're going back, so it's not easy gate 3 at the mile.
No, it's not, you know, and like I said, I'm just not 100% sure on his gate speed, but we'll soon find out after Saturday night, I guess.
Okay, has he trained on well since the trial?
He has, yeah. Look, his trial was okay. It was probably, I thought he would have dashed, well, they dashed a good quarter, but I thought he would have dashed up a bit more. But I think it's sharpened him up a little bit, so hopefully he's better.
Okay, main players here, what are we looking at? Alta Revelry, Muscle Debart, Miss Mucho?
I think so, you know, especially Alta Revelry from the draw. Holds all the cards on what he wants to do there, Pete, and he's a quick horse, so he looks the toughest to beat. Okay,
race number 4. This is the Open, and this is the Mobile Start Open. We've got the stand a little bit later. Lord Zarias, Scarlet Bay, both representing your stable. You've opted for Lord Zarias. Do we read anything into that?
No, not really. Just probably he's just drawn a bit better of the two, and you know, I've driven him up until last week, all his starts. So Kel's driven Scarlet before. She knows what she's like, so yeah, that's how we come up with that. Okay,
Lord Zarias, do we just put a big sort of blanket ban on what happened there last week in the flashing red?
Yeah, I think so. Like, you know, he was, you know, not ready at the start and missed away, and he still went over the line. You know, it says he runs last, but he wasn't beaten far, so I was more than happy still with the run. Just another step up for him this week, being thrown in the free-for-all, but yeah, look, I think he is quite a nice horse, and yeah, if they run it genuine, he'll be thereabouts.
Well, surely they do run it genuine with Black Sedance in this field. So you got Port Prince, who was up on the front end last week. Can't Find a Better Man, the last horse to beat Leap to Fame, and Black Sedance. So a couple of big boys to take on there.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good field, and like you said, the speed should be genuine. So yeah, they might be too quick for us, but we'll soon see.
If he does perform well here on Saturday night, will you throw in a nom for next week's Patron's Purse?
Yeah, more than likely. You know, I know it's going to be a tough field and that, but you know, if he races well and you can draw good at Redcliffe, you know, it's definitely an evener and helps things out. So we'll get through Saturday night and see where we go after that.
Okay, Scarlet Babe, on the other hand, she's coming right at the right time. She's won 2 of her last 4. She's a last start winner. Small field's going to suit her and a genuine tempo, so she shouldn't be too far away.
Yeah, no, she'll race well. She has been, you know, last 4 starts have been happy with her, and I think, you know, for where she is in her career, I don't think she's going to be able to go any better. So, yeah, look, the small field suits, and a genuine tempo is the key to her. Like, she's very fast off the speed. So, yeah, she'll need to get the right trip, but she'll be there somewhere.
Okay, after this weekend, this start on Saturday night, do you just restrict her to those mares races over the carnival? There's a number of good ones coming up. There's one at Redcliffe and there's a number at Albion Park. So will she just be against her own sex going forward after the weekend?
Yeah, she will. She it sort of works out good this year for her, that she can sort of just race against her own sex, and she'll just aim up in all those mares races.
All right, another one that you probably will be aiming towards those mares features is Yarram and Bella. Race 6, number 6, a winner 2 starts ago. Downing Uptown and Beach Girl, unplaced last time out. She's a good mare.
She is, yeah. She James Sutton was just had her down there in Dubbo and finding it hard to get her races, so he sent her up, and every start she hasn't disappointed so far. So yeah, I think she's sort of getting a little bit better every time she goes out. So Saturday night, it'll be interesting to see how she goes again.
Yeah, the draw's sticky on paper, but when you look at it, she's the class runner in this field.
Yeah, look, we're drawn out there a bit wide, but yeah, I don't think she could be going any better. Like last week, even though it doesn't read that well, she went quite good, and on the clock I think she would have went well. So yeah, she's definitely on the way up, and hopefully if we go a bit better again Saturday night, they'll know she's there.
Okay, this will be easier than last week when you're chasing home LTF.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, race 7, another one for the mares here. Arena Queen for Scotty Hewitt. She's drawn out in gate 7. How do you assess her chances?
Yeah, probably the gate's a killer for her. I think she sort of probably needed that right trip and right draw, so yeah, it's a bit tough for her out there, I'd say.
Okay, Racy Roxy, is she the horse to beat from the inside draw?
Yeah, especially the short trip and the barrier draw.
Okay, race number 8, you've picked up the drive here on Come Say Hi. Ricky Alchin's thrown the keys your way this weekend. Come Say Hi and the trotter in the last. We'll get to him in just a moment. But Come Say Hi, she got it all wrong last time out, but you know this mare, she's good quality.
Yeah, she is, you know, and she's drawn well there, so yeah, hopefully we can do the job for Rick.
Okay, so that's Come Say Hi there. There is gate speed all around you with her as well. Arco to your inside, and there's a number of speedsters to your outside. But she should be able to, you know, kick through and be prominent.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. You know, I'd definitely rather draw there than 7, so yeah, she'll be somewhere handy.
All right, race 9, this is the discretionary open. LL Cool J. Won't touch on it too much, but last week, the flashing red, the start.
Terrible.
Terrible. We move on, turn the page.
Yeah, look, yeah, he was, you know, it is what it is, and it happened, so we can't go on about it. But even after that set, he was super. He went over the line with nowhere to go, and I'm sure even if he got a run at the top of the straight, he sort of would have been in the money. So, yeah, he's still going good, and it, you know, it's a good field there Saturday night, but yeah, probably the worst part's just the 2100, but hopefully he gets away good, and yeah, he'll run a good race. Okay,
yeah, the short trip this week, but to your advantage, it's not a capacity size field, so you don't have too much traffic. You've got to share the back mark with Expensive Ego, so it's not easy. But in saying that, is Tim's a Trooper the horse to beat off the front?
Yeah, I'd say Tim's a Trooper is. Like, he was terrific last week, and you know, I know Ego's there, but it's still 20 metres and it's still only 2100, so yeah, you still got to make that ground up, and the small field's definitely a positive, but yeah, if the leader steps and runs, you know, mathematically it's still hard to get into it, so yeah, he's a danger.
Is this his final start before the Redcliffe Cup?
Yeah, this will be his last one, then it's 2 weeks to Redcliffe, so yeah, this will be his last go around.
All right, and escape the pace in the last, race 10. Not sure what to expect here. She's looked good when she's put it all together, but she can be a little bit hit and miss. Have you looked into her form much?
I haven't looked into it too much. I know she made a break last week, and I think it was because I galloped in front of her, so hopefully she's got that out of the way and she's got on her best behaviour Saturday night. It's
a good quality field though. Majestic Harry fresh up. Adele's going probably better than any trotter in the state right now. Sugar and Spice CK Spur. So it's loaded with class.
Oh, it is. You know, the trot races are, you know, they're getting harder and harder, and you know, this week's no different. So she'll have to do everything right and everything go her way still, I'd imagine.
All right, so looking at it, 8 races there for you on Saturday night. Which one are you most looking forward to?
Probably send it, first up, and yeah, hopefully he races well.
Okay, it'll be a big moment for one of the co-owners there. He's facing a big weekend, so hopefully Send It will deliver on Saturday night, race 2, number 3. Shane, appreciate the time, and we'll see you trackside.
No worries. Thanks, Chris.
A big thanks, as always, to both Shane Graham and Nathan Dawson. There was a lot of information to break down there. Hopefully, they've been able to point you in the right direction. I'm coming up with race 9, number 1, Tim's a Trooper, as my best bet. You didn't have to be Einstein to work out how good he was last week. Chasing home his star stablemate Leap to Fame, sectionally, he was unbelievably good. The only concern is the stand start, but I'm hoping he gets away. Grant and Trista Dixon do a great job with their horses. Their manners are normally spot on, and that's what I'm expecting on Saturday night. Race 9, number 1, Tim's a Trooper. Following on from that really good effort last week against Leap to Fame, he can take this field all the way. So race 9, number 1. The first of 10 races at Albion Park, Saturday night, just after 5 o'clock. We'll see you trackside.